Hey guys, it's Rachel and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, what I'm going to be doing is ranking all 11 of my highlighters from least favorite to favorite. I've done this with my eyeshadow palettes. If you haven't seen it, I will link the video for you down below. So let's just jump in with both feet, shall we? Alright, let's get started. Number 11 is the I Heart Makeup Unicorns Heart Rainbow Highlighter. I bought this about 3 years ago, and to be honest with you, I never used this. And I was going through this and thinking to myself, why do I keep this around? You guys remember when rainbow highlighters were like the thing? Why do I keep this around? Because it's pretty. Why did I buy it? Because it's pretty. I actually bought this on their website. I Heart Makeup, Makeup Revolution, Revolution Beauty, they're all owned by the same company. So what I was thinking about when I was looking at this the other day, making my list, was that I could probably get away with doing eyeshadow looks with this instead of highlighter looks. Because when you put it on, it is very, the blue really comes out and it looks really odd. So if I swirl my finger, the whole thing, and like swatch it for you, it's very bluey green. Can you see that? And on my face, I'd rather not have that on my face. It just looks weird. If you're into that, you know, I don't know if they still sell that or not, but if you're into that thing, great. But for me, I can't even tell you about the formula because I just don't like the colors. Number 10 is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Blossom Glow. This is a very pinky highlighter. And if you've ever had the Wet n Wild highlighters, you will know that it's the formula, it's very like glittery. I can't even get enough on my, okay. So it's very glittery. And when it shears out, it is pink, but it's very, the way that the light diffuses on your face is very scattered as opposed to like a different kind of highlighter. So I will use this sparingly when I have a look where I want a pink highlight, which is not very, it's very rare. When I'm going for a look where my eyes are the focus, I don't tend to use a highlighter like this because I want the eyes to be the focus and not the cheeks. If I'm going for a more subtle look on the eyes, I might pull this out. Formula is not my favorite, but the color is all right. I haven't purchased another one of these because I'm not like super into, this isn't my favorite, as I said 100 times. All right, moving on. Number 9 may make some people a little, They may not agree with me here. Number 9 is the much beloved Essence Pure Nude Highlighter in Be My Highlight. Bought this on the recommendation of Jessica Braun, and a bunch of other YouTubers have said they liked it. But do I have the wrong shade? Is this what everybody else has been talking about? Because this is very dark on me. Very orange, very dark. And when I go to put it on my face looks dirty. And I keep giving it chances and chances and chances, but this is just not the right shade for me. The formula is great, but the shade isn't terrific. I may need to find another use for this because this doesn't match my skin tone. Number 8 is actually a bronzer and an oldie but a goodie. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon Bronzer in Reserve Your Cabana. Again, another Jessica Braun old recommendation. Very old. This is a very, it's not bronze, it's a highlight. And it is very subtle. If I want to just do a no makeup look, I will put this on my face. Otherwise, I don't tend to use it. Forgive me because number 7 is actually broken. This is the Wet n Wild Shimmer Palette in Boozy Brunch. This is also an oldie but a goodie. I heard about this from Casey Holmes, I believe. I like this. This is a gold highlight, and you're gonna see I have a ton of gold highlighters with a dark shade. It's almost like a highlight, blush, and bronzer mixed in there. So I swirled the shades together, and it gives you a very lovely gold. I tend to use the ones higher on the list more than this one, but I can't make myself get rid of this highlighter. It is fantastic. I ended up having to order this online when I bought it. I haven't seen these in very many stores. I think it's kind of sporadic where you can find this, but it was not a regrettable purchase. I like this one. This one's very good. I tend to just like all the rest of us, like gold highlighters. Number 6 is a mini. This is a Becca Mini, and this is in the shade Vanilla Quartz. This is a very, well, when I bought this, I thought this was going to be more of a cool tone highlighter, and it is, because it's very, very light, but it also has gold flecks in it as well. So when you put it on your face, it's pink. It's got a pink undertone with gold in there, but it's a very white base. So it's beautiful. It's not as pure pink as the Wet n Wild Mega Glow, but it's a more of a flashy highlighter. It stands out. Not as cool tone as I thought, but having done the very cool toned rainbow highlighter, I can tell you that cool toned highlighters make me look sick. So I was very happy with that purchase. Formula's great. I just don't tend to use that color as much as others. All right, number 5 is the ever so popular Anastasia Amrezy highlighter. This is the highlighter that kicked off my no-buy year. Okay. I ended up getting this before Christmas. I wanted it because everybody else had it. And I got it home, and it was pretty. I'm actually wearing it today. It's pretty. But it is not the blow me away, knock your socks off highlight that everybody raved about. I think the way that they embossed this packaging is gorgeous. It's a gold highlighter. It's not the best formula I've ever tried. It's not the most innovative color I've ever tried. And I knew at the end of the year I wanted to start my YouTube channel. In 2019, that's what I was going to do, but I didn't know where I wanted to go with this channel. And I bought this, and I was like, why did I do this? I was fine without it. This was when it was relaunched last year. I was fine. This is what got me thinking about my purchases. You know this baby's beautiful. You've all seen it. She's amazing. But there's another gold highlighter that I have that I use more than this one. Excuse me while I wipe my... I use it more than this one. And I'm never going to run out of gold highlighter. Golly, I think I invested in highlighter. Look how huge this is until I'm a grandmother. Number 4 is actually not a highlighter, but I use it as a highlighter. It's a mini. This is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. I love these. This is the wrong shade for me at the moment. The finishing powder, I need it in the lighter shade. This I can use as a highlight and get away with it. Or a bronzer, for that matter. A bronzer maybe and highlight, depending on what I'm doing with my face. It's a little too dark for my skin tone, but I didn't put it with finishing powders because I don't use it as a finishing powder. I use it as a highlighter, bronzer, and I only have 2 bronzers, so I'm not going to make a video on that. In the future, when I am buying makeup again, I will get this powder one day in the shade that matches me because it's so beautiful. Number 3 is another Becca Mini. It is the highlighter in Opal. Everybody likes this shade. It's a darker gold. I love the formula. Now, this is that. Okay, so let me get Amrezy back out. let me swatch Amrezy right next to her, because they're almost the same shade. So there is Opal and there is Amrezy. You can tell Amrezy is a little bit golder and this is a little bit more bronze. But when I came home and put Amrezy on my face, I was like, I have Opal. Why did I buy this? I have a gold that I love and I use. I'm almost hit pan on it. So why did I buy this? Before running out of this. FOMO. FOMO made me buy it. But I prefer this formula to Anastasia's formula. Please don't hurt me for saying that. What am I talking about? I like this better. I shouldn't apologize. Favorite gold highlighter that I own. Number 2. Another Becca Mini. This is the Becca Mini highlighter in Moonstone. And you can see it's the only highlighter I have where I've hit pan on it, baby. This is my most used highlighter. However, well, to date, I suppose, but it's not my number 1. It used to be my number 1, and you'll see what knocked it out of commission in a second. But Moonstone is just, it's my perfect highlighter. It works so well on my skin. I put that way far down. Let me swatch this higher so I can see it while I'm talking to you guys. It works on my skin very well. The undertone is, I don't know how to describe this. Like, it's not so much glittery as it is shimmery. It works so well with my skin tone. This is probably the only highlighter that, well, maybe the number 1, that I know when I run out of this, I will probably replace, the words are hard, replace this shade. I like it that much. And I love the formula. And the way that this lays on my skin is different from my other 2 Becca highlighters. It's fantastic. Which one knocked it out of the park though? What is my number 1? This is actually in a duo and it's half broken, so I apologize. Number 1 is my NARS highlight in Hot Sand. That's this side here. This is Orgasm, this is Hot Sand. In Hot Sand, I like this formula even more than my Becca formula. It is perfect. I don't know what it is, like, just the tone of this is perfect. Okay, so let's try it. I'm at a loss for words. It is so incredibly beautiful. It almost has like a pinky undertone, just a tad. The way that it's put together, the way that the light just catches the light is perfect. It's not glittery, it's shimmery, it is the love of my life. I actually bought this highlighter yes. So in the fall, the last time we went to Disney World, usually when we go to Disney World, which is quite often, my husband and I, we love Disney Springs. It's not a park, it's their free eat and shop center. And there's a Sephora in there. And I usually will buy something, you're gonna go to Disney World, you gotta get souvenirs. I always go into the Sephora, and the last time that I went in there, I got this as a memento, and I loved it more than I thought I would. So that is my favorite highlighter, Hot Sand. And this is another one, when I run out of it, I will probably repurchase that because it's so good. So that is it, you guys. That is all 11 of my highlighters ranked from worst to best. Thank you guys for sticking around with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe before you leave, and I will catch you later.